Here we are, the first live one that we've done. The idea behind it is we get a lot of blokes ask what goes on at social nights, what do you talk about? And it's not doom and gloom, not putting a flannel on your head and discussing your darkest thoughts. We just sit around and take the piss, to be honest, which is what we want to put across the podcast. So another stupid idea was, let's put a live one on and see who turns up. And some of you have been foolish to buy tickets. So there's a no refund policy, so you're stuck now until the end of the show. But introduce the two lads with me tonight, Vish and Will. How did they get a round of applause? I didn't. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. But to start us all off, we've got local comedian Douglas Carter, who's going to come on stage, make you laugh, which might make our job a little bit easier, because if we're shit, at least you've had Doug to listen to for the first bit. So, welcome on stage, Doug Carter.
Cheers, bud.
There you go, mate.
How are you all? You all right? Oh, it's lovely to be here. My name is Doug. I am a local comedian. Give me a cheer if you're from Bedworth. Just a few. I'm guessing we've got a load of foreigners in then. Where have the foreigners come from? Coventry? Yeah. I'm actually from Coventry. I just emigrated to Bedworth when I was 4 years old. And the only reason I stayed here is because the house prices were so cheap. I got mine 20 years ago for 80 quid. Yeah. I've nearly paid it off as well. Bonus. Yeah. But I am a stand-up comedian. Travel around the country doing this as a job, which is quite crazy, really. And one thing I love is I love architecture, you know, like castles and beautiful buildings and stuff like that. Doing this job, I am getting to travel to some beautiful places. Like recently, I did a gig in the Cotswolds. You've been to the Cotswolds? It's gorgeous, isn't it? Right. I did this gig in this village. It was like a tiny, tiny little village. There's only like 20 houses there, and there was only one pub in the village, and nothing had changed there for over 300 years. In fact, I tell you how oldie-woldy it was. In the pub, all they had on was Friday night comedy, Saturday night witch burning. It was mad, and then knitting class, which was great, you know. But yeah, I do get to travel around a lot doing this job. But my roots are now firmly set in Bedworth, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm proper council, like really council. Like if you smell me, you can still smell Finder's crispy pancakes and potato smiley faces and alphabetti spaghetti. You know, I'm one of them guys, yeah. But hey, look what's gone on there. Woo. Is there a ghost in the building? I don't know. But yeah, like I say, I did end up buying my house, right? And when I bought an house, I was brought up onto the Bedworth people. You know Croft Pool, don't you? Proper council, Croft Pool, innit? Yeah. But when I've bought my house, and I got offered enough money to be able to buy a house on a really like nice, like posh estate. And I said to the missus, I said, look, I'm sticking with my roots. Let's buy ex-council. So that's what I did. I bought an ex-council house. But this is the problem. When you buy an ex-council house and you're still surrounded by council people, they start looking at you like you're the la-di-da. And I didn't like this. So I said to the missus, how do we deal with this? Found an easy way. Stuck a fridge in the garden. That's it. I'm one of them again. It's sound, it is, you know. And I know that if ever it gets a little bit too much again and they start seeing me as a la-di-da, what we'll do is we'll pretend to be drunk on a Wednesday night and have a big argument outside the house. That's it. We've sorted it, haven't we? Yeah. But yeah, living in Bedworth is all right. For those of you that have travelled over from Coventry, I'll tell you a little bit about Bedworth. We're known for three things in Bedworth. We're known for the water tower, mining, and incest. Thing is, we're not incestuous, right? It's because we are the smallest town in the area. So you Coventry buggers are the ones that give us the stick, yeah? And it gets a bit annoying because there's only 2 incest jokes out there, and I get hammered with them all the time. And I thought, you know what? The next bugger that comes at me with an incest joke, I'm going to have them. And it didn't take me long. I was out having a drink with my cousin in the Witherspoons in Coventry because I'm proper posh. And his mate come in and he went, oh, where are you from, mate? I said, oh, I live in Bedworth. He went, oh, you live in Bedworth? I bet you've got 6 fingers and 6 toes. I said, no, mate, I live in Bedworth, not in Bredworth. He went, yeah, but I bet you sleep with your sister, don't you? I said, of course I do, she's proper fit. Don't worry, that's just a joke. Yeah, she's not fit, really. She is. No. Yeah, but I do like living in Bedworth. There are there's a few things. In fact, what can I tell you about Bedworth? Nothing. it's quite rubbish, really, isn't it? In Bedworth, it's pretty boring. I wish I'd stayed in Cov, if I'm truthful, but it is what it is. Yeah. So what else can I tell you? Yeah. I'm a fatty. No one's happy about that. Yeah, I am. I didn't know. I hate it as well because I'm getting a little bit older now, and I've noticed that since I've started getting older, I'm struggling to keep the weight off. And my missus said to me a little while ago, she went, "You need to do something about this because you're putting quite a lot of timber on." So I joined a gym, and when I joined the gym, I was at 23.5 stone, and within a month, I dropped a stone, and I was buzzing about that. But then someone said, "Doug, you're looking all right." That was enough for me. Treat myself to Kentucky. Ain't stopped. I'm bigger than when I started. And she went, "Doug, you've really got to lose some weight. Do you fancy coming Slimming World?" I said, "No." She went, "I think you should come Slimming World." I said, "I'm not coming Slimming World." She says, "You coming Slimming World?" I says, "I am fucking not coming Slimming World." So anyway, we got to Slimming World. Yeah, has anyone here been to Slimming World? Yeah, so you know about the lady that runs it, right? She seems to run the same. She runs on the same night everywhere in the country, and it's the same woman that runs it. I don't know how she does it, right? But for those of you that don't know, how it works is you walk in, and she can smell a newbie from the car park, right? The minute I walked in, she went, "You're new, ain't ya?" And that was it. She dragged me off to the newbie corner. Can you remember the newbie corner? Right. For those of you that don't know, this newbie corner, she dragged me over and she went, "Right, do you like this meal?" And there was a picture: chips, pucker pie, mushy peas, gravy. I was dribbling. I nearly ate the picture. She went, "What if I was to tell you, you can swap that for 3 meals?" I said, "I'm a fatty, show me the meals." And she went, "Right. Breakfast, cut the fat off the bacon, grill it." I went, "Brilliant." Second meal, she went, "Infused chicken, rice." I went, "Perfect." Third meal, she went, "Pork, new potatoes, salad." I went, "Right, we've got a problem." I went, "What?" She went, I says, "I don't do salad." She said, "That's all right, you can swap it for something you like." I said, "Sound, then I'll have cocaine." Have to be careful with the old coppers over there, don't I? These are jokes, lads, don't worry. Yeah. But on the subject of cocaine, funnily enough, I've seen a news article recently. I don't know if any of you seen this news article where they tested all the fish in the sea. Not all of them, that would have took ages, but each species of fish in the sea, they tested them all and they all come back as having traces of cocaine in. Did any of you see this? It was mental. I mean, it makes sense now why I've been to the chip shop 4 times this week, you know. And it comes in a clip seal bag. It's mad, yeah. But I'll tell you a little something about me as well that may surprise you. I mean, like, travelling around the country as well, doing this job, something happened before I actually started comedy. That I don't know if any of you has heard this story, but years ago, I used to be a bit of a naughty boy years ago. I had my fingers in a few pies. Sorry, guys. I am a good boy now, right? But when I was a naughty boy, I got contacted a little while ago by a well-known TV show. Some of you may have heard of it. Jeremy Kyle Show? Yeah. Very well-known TV show, yeah. Now, I was a little bit scared when I got contacted by these, because like I say, I used to have my fingers in a few pies when I was younger, and I shit me pants, if I'm honest, right? And I says, what's all this about then? They went, "Right, so we're looking for a Douglas Carter from the Coventry area. Went to visit his friend in the Navy 16 years ago, and now there's a 16-year-old girl looking for their dad. Does any of this ring any bells?" And I was like, "Shit." I went, "Yeah." They went, "Oh, so we found you?" I went, "Yeah." They went, "Okay, so we'll start sorting out for you to come on the show then." I went, "Nah." And they went, "Well, why not?" I said, "Well, I got most of my own teeth, I own my own house, and I got a job. I don't really fit the criteria, do I?" And they cut me off. They wouldn't put me in touch with her, right? And I ended up having to do a Facebook campaign to find her, and this campaign, it went global, and I found her in 23 hours. I had the newspapers at my door and everything. Gospel this is, right? 23 hours, I found her. Turns out she is actually my daughter. But you can imagine a guy going down to meet his 16-year-old daughter that he's never met before for the first time. It was proper scary, mate, like really scary. And I knocked on the door, and I had that fear in me thinking, is she going to be anything like me? And when she opened the door, it was really weird, like, because she looked just like me, just a bit of a thicker beard and bigger boobs, right? It was mad, right? But we got on like a house on fire, right? Really got on really well. But then, just before I left that first time, she dropped a little bit of a bombshell on me. She went, there's something you need to know about me. And I was like, oh, shit. I went, go on then, think the worst, hope for the best. And she said, I'm a lesbian. And I was like, oh, thank God for that. I thought you were going to say you were vegan. If there are any vegans in, don't worry. I'll put your hand up if you're vegan. No, they won't put their hands up. They're too weak, aren't they? But yeah, I'm getting a little bit old now, right? My age is, I'm 50 now. Yeah, I am. I'm 50, right? And like I said, my body started to change, but I'm from a different era. Have we got some youngsters? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? 19 years old, we got the kiddie winks in. It's mad, right? Your generation, you're the smartphone generation, aren't you? 40s and over, give me a cheer. Yeah, my people. Yeah, I think we had the best childhood. Would you agree? Yeah. I'm not knocking your childhood, kiddie wink, right? But you are the smartphone generation, whereas us, we properly played out, didn't we? I mean, we had no choice. We had 3 TV channels. It was shit, weren't it? Yeah. Well, you've got all these channels, ain't you? Like you've grew up with them: Discovery, History, Movies, Sport, all that. We got a new channel. Guess what they called it? 4. We were still on numbers, weren't we? Yeah, it was mad. I remember sitting on the hill on Croft Pool playing conkers with my mate Conkers. I bet you got an app for that now, ain't you? We actually played conkers, right? And it was mad, right? I was sitting there on the hill playing conkers with my mate saying, we've got this new channel, it's going to be brilliant. 2 days we were buzzing about it, and then the new channel come out and it was bloody shit, so we played out again, didn't we? Yeah. And we were the last generation before computers and gaming stations. I mean, we did have them, but we got to play out for 2 hours while the bloody thing loaded, didn't we? Yeah, remember that? The noise it'd make. Then you'd come in and it'd crash and we'd have to do it all again. It was annoying, yeah. And my estate that I lived on was great for playing games. Like, it was like a self-contained estate, and we played all the games. You probably played some of these games as well. So give me a cheer if you played any of these games, guys. Kirby? Yeah. British Bulldog? Yeah. Kiss Chase of Uncle Tony? Yeah. Just me and you? Yeah. Fast runner Uncle Tony, weren't he? Yeah. I have actually got an Uncle Tony. Yeah. Bloody good kisser. Yeah. On Croft Pool as well, I don't know if you know this, for those of you that don't know, right, there was a bypass embankment that ran by the side of it, and for some reason, where the car, let me just turn that on again, 1 second, oh yeah, that's all right, where the cars flew past, the bushes were always full of rude magazines. It was crazy, right? I was like 7 years old, up there every 2 days because they just kept appearing. It was like a magic bush full of magic bush. It was mad. You know, it's not like these vajazzles nowadays. Back in my days, it was Growler Central, weren't it? You know, if I stuck my head in them magazines, it was like I was wearing a wig. It was mad. The thing is, I didn't know how them magazines got there, and it weren't until I was older that I found out. And when I found out, it ruined my childhood. So if you've ever found bush porn, I'm about to ruin yours. Because it turns out lonely lorry drivers, all they had to keep them company on nights out were rude magazines. So when they'd finished with them, if you know what I mean, he knows, they'd throw them in the bushes, the dirty buggers, wouldn't they? Yeah, silly bollocks here. Thought them pages were stuck together by rain. Took me 2 hours to lick one open once. These are just jokes. Yeah, apart from that bit, that's true. Yeah. And I'd never licked them open. I got my stupid neighbour to do it for me. I ain't daft, you know. Seen on your hand there, you got, look, is that a tattoo, is it? Yeah. What's that about? It's just a butterfly. Is there any meaning behind it? No meaning at all? Have you got any tattoos that have got meaning? Yes. Yeah. I like that. I like tattoos that have got meaning. You got any weird ones? No, strange. Has anyone got a strange tattoo? No? The reason why I ask this is because it's to lead into a bit that I'm going to do about tattoos, but I thought I'm going to try and stretch it out a little bit and I'll see if I can speak to anyone that's got a weird tattoo. And it happened the other day. I was at a gig in Nottingham and I said, has anybody got any weird tattoos? And this guy went, whoa, and pointed to his mate. I said, what you got? He went, well, I lost a bet in Benidorm. And the forfeit was that I had to have a tattoo. I said, what did you have? He said, I had a tractor on my bum cheek. I said, a tractor on your bum cheek? Is that what you had to have? He went, no, I chose to have it. I said, why did you choose to have a tractor on your bum cheek? Turned out he was a gay farmer and he loved being ploughed. That's a true story, right? I even said to him, I says, can I use that on stage? He was like, "Arr." So, yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. But the reason why I ask this is because I've got a load of tattoos, right? And all my tattoos have got meaning or purpose, right? I love my tattoos. Like, I've got my son's name on that leg. I'm getting my daughter's name on that leg for obvious reasons. I've smoked that much weed in the past to keep forgetting their names, right? But my favourite tattoo, right, used to at the front here. Have a look at this. I was going to ask you, who do you think it is? My mum and dad. Oh, very close. It's their next door neighbours. I showed someone it the other day. They went, "Who's that? Fred and Rose West." Why would I have Fred and Rose West on my chest? A lot of people do say, "Is that your mum and dad?" But it's actually, I've got a portrait on my chest of my nan and granddad, right, for those of you that can't see. Normally it gets an R, but I'll let you off. Don't patronise me now. You had your chance, right? Now, I love that tattoo. In fact, I'm going to get a little bit emotional here with this bit now. When my nan went into hospital for the last time, I wanted to have something for her to see before she passed away. And I went and had that tattoo done. And it was one of the last things she seen before I put the pillow over her face. These are jokes, don't worry. The truth of the matter is that is one of the last things my nan seen before she passed away, and I love that tattoo for that reason. But it took my missus quite a while to get to like it. Because, you know, when we're having a bit, she kept getting lost in my nan's eyes. And what made it worse was every time I did that with my arm, it looked like my nan was winking at her. Oh, do you know what? Yous are all right, yous are. So, yeah, I mentioned as well that I used to be a little bit dodgy years ago, but I have changed my life around now. I do a lot of things on social media. I've got like quite a big following. I haven't been counting my following. I've got something like, I don't know, 148,272 followers, but I'm not counting. But I get spotted when I'm out a little bit now, and so do you, boy, don't you now? It's weird, isn't it? Yeah. Like the other day, I was coming out of the Asda, and as I was coming out of Asda, the Asda, yeah. As I was coming out of the Asda, the security guard was looking at me like that. I was thinking, what's his problem? And then as I got closer to him, he went, "Are you the guy that does videos online?" And I went, "Yeah." And it really freaked me out, like, because I thought he'd spotted the leg of lamb down my pants, but... Yeah. But I have changed my life around now, ladies and gentlemen, and like with that Jeremy Kyle thing, I actually made a hate page up called Jeremy Kyle Doesn't Care, and it's now actually flipped into a helping page, and I've through that page we've reunited over 300 people with lost relatives, and thank you. Yeah. And another thing I do, I rescue animals as well, right? You know, like if someone loses their house, I'll take their animals in, and I'll try and find them a new home. If I can't find them a new home, sometimes I end up keeping them because I fall in love with them. Like I fell in love with a dog and a cat recently. My dog's called Ralph. Now, when I got this dog, he'd been really badly treated. And I didn't realise how scared he was of everything. And I got him just before bonfire night last year. And he sat next to me while the fireworks were going off and he was just shaking like that. I felt so sorry for him that this year we're going to let him off outside. But the cat, when I got this cat, has anyone here give me a cheer if you got cats? Yeah, you got cats, right? Do you know about the tortoiseshell ones? They're always little skinny runty things, aren't they? Yeah, well, I went round to my friend's house and there was this basket of kittens, and in the corner there was all these like cute ones, and in the corner was this little skinny thing, and it was just sitting there going meh, meh, like that. And I felt really sorry for it because everyone was going for the other ones. I went, "What are you going to do with that one?" I went, "Oh, I'm probably going to put it down." I said, "You know what, I'm having it." So I had this kitten. I got it last summer. Sleeps on the end of my bed, love it, right? But then when winter kicked in, it started weeing and pooing in my kitchen, and I had to walk through, play plopscotch, trying to dodge it all, right? It was annoying. So I got a litter tray, right? Wouldn't use the litter tray, so I went to Pets at Home. I said, "What would you suggest?" And the lady at Pets at Home, she went, you need a cat flap." I said, "What's your best one?" She went, "This one, it's magnetic." I said, "How's that work?" She went, "It's got a magnet on." I said, "Yeah, but how's it work, right?" So for those of you that don't know, how it works is it's got a magnet on. We've got that bit out of the way, right? You put a collar on your cat with a little magnet on there. Your cat gets near the cat flap, releases something, lets your cat in, shuts behind it, stops strays from getting in. It's worked fantastic all the way up until last Christmas when I'm laying in bed and I could just hear, "Meow, I'm thinking, what's up with this scrawny little knobhead now? I went downstairs and it was stuck to the fridge. Ladies and gentlemen, yous have been an audience. This has been all right. I've quite enjoyed this. Like I've said, my name is Doug. I do a lot of things on social media. I'm called Random Waffle Bollocks on Facebook. I run a comedy nights in Bedworth, Nuneaton, Coventry and Bulkington. And you can find me on Facebook called Doug's Comedy Nights. And as well as that, I am trying to crack every social media platform out there. So I've just joined a new one. Some of you may have heard of it. OnlyFans. You're laughing quite hard at OnlyFans there, mate. What do you know about OnlyFans? Soon went quiet then, didn't it? All right, I'll explain to you. Like, most people know OnlyFans from people paying a £3 subscription a month to watch their favourite stars inserting things into themselves. Isn't it, mate? Yeah, no. It wasn't actually created for that. I'm going to save you here, mate. It was actually created for musicians, yeah? Like, say, if you've got a favourite musical artist, you can listen to new tracks that they bring out for £3 a month before anyone else. There's podcasts on there. There's cookery programmes on there. Recently, I found out that there's comedians on there doing brand new material to their diehard fans. So if you like what you're seeing here tonight, you can follow me on OnlyFans, watching me do brand new material for £3 a month while sticking stuff up my arse. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dougie Carter. Thanks for listening. Good night. Drop down.
Hello, we're back. You might leave in 5 minutes. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate that, mate. Thanks.
That's all right. Was that all right for you guys? Yeah. It weren't too much, was it? I actually toned down there, I'll have you know. I do get a lot darker.
I was surprised because you did say it was going to get dark.
Yeah, I made a point of just bringing it down an octave or two. I thought the magazines and the bushes would be enough.
I'll ruin that in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, the lights did turn off, so it did get darker.
Yeah, it did, yeah, halfway through.
Well done, mate.
Just pointing out the obvious, really.
Thanks for coming, mate.
That's all right.
You've been on with us before in the studio, and you kindly said you'd come back, so here we are. Vish, our new creative director, has come up with a theme for tonight.
Creative director?
Yeah, that's your new term.
Yeah, we did.
In his new merch. Look, he's dripping in merch.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It looks like Back and Forth vomited over me today.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the theme is pretty simple, really. It's
Good
happy
job.
face, heavy heart.
Yeah.
Which is basically what we're all about, aren't we? We want people to actually listen to us and listen to us talk about what we're really feeling, because what we're good at doing is hiding emotions, and men are very well known about that.
Yeah.
Do you ever hide your emotions?
Daily, if I'm being totally honest.
Is that because of the magazines? Or?
No. No, it's well, it took me years to get into comedy because of fear of audiences, but when I did get into comedy, every day you're constantly trying, especially with social media, you're constantly trying to post new content, and like I trial new jokes on there, and anything that I say online I try and be funny, and I post like sometimes two or three times a day. But sometimes when I'm posting, in the background, what people don't see is that I'm having panic attacks daily. So I'm on propanolol 40 milligram. Like, I have to take them 3 times a day. Even getting into comedy, I had to have them. And sometimes, like, especially with like the past that I've had with being a naughty boy years ago, one of the main things that got me away from that, obviously, was having a son and having my children. That sort of made me see you can't keep going down this road. But in the back of your head, you then start feeling guilty about some of the stuff you've done in your past and things. So that sort of plays on my mind a lot. But I disguise it with comedy, like.
Which is actually a real common thing for men to do. People do in general, actually, hiding behind comedy.
Yeah. See,
how long you done that for, though?
What, comedy?
As in hiding behind it.
Oh, well, since I stopped. My son's now 16 years old, and once I had my son, that was when I decided that, you know, like, jail didn't scare me for years, because like I was into, how can I I went to a lot of raves and festivals and stuff. I was a party enhancement specialist.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, for the drug dealer. Yeah, yeah. But obviously, I changed my. Hi, Neil, as well. Where's Neil over there? Yeah, Neil's an ex-police officer over there. He seen me going into a festival once. I think it was it over at the airport? Yeah, and he seen me walking in there. What he didn't know is I had 100 pills between my bum cheeks. But yeah, that was sort of like my life back then. I was a bit of a naughty boy. Jail didn't bother me. And then when I had my son, I was like, you know what? I don't want him growing up with a dad that could potentially go to jail any day of the week. And I sort of stopped for him. And it kind of helped me out, but then you start looking at the things you've done in the past and you kind of like start regretting things that you've done. But now I look at my son as well and I think, do you know what, I did the right thing, because he's just going for his A levels in zoology and stuff, so I know that I've done the right thing, but it still plays with my head and plays with my body, and sometimes my body tells me I'm stressed before I know I'm stressed, and that's why I have the tablets. Like I end up having these weird deep breaths and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm in a lot better place now than I was, and I probably wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for my son. Like so.
Well, do you know what? I'm really glad you opened up about that, because I know many people that have actually been through a lot of things just like yourself, and parenthood has changed them entirely.
Yeah.
Entirely. I mean, I don't have kids. But I know when you see things like that, it's actually quite admirable to know for yourself, especially, that you've got something to focus on.
Yeah.
That isn't what you did in the past.
Yeah. It totally changed me, mate. Totally changed. I mean, Neil, cheers, pal. It was basically an appetite for destruction. If it weren't for him, I know now, looking back, I've even said to my missus, I'd either be dead or in jail, one or the two. And I think if I'd have gone to jail, chances are I would have ended up dead. So, yeah, but I'm now chasing my dream. I'm living my dream. I'm nearly mortgage free. I've got a kid that's going through his A levels. I've got another daughter that I've found now as well. I've also got that page that helps people find lost relatives, and yeah, life's good, apart from the panic attacks. Yeah, but that's something I'll live with, you know. Like that's, I just keep looking back, thinking you're in a better place now. So it's good, man.
And that's manageable, isn't it now? So it's a lot more.
Yeah. Unless I think a lot of them now come on. There's two main reasons they come on. One, because I think it's stuff I've done that I really regret and I wish I hadn't done. And then there's other things like as I'm climbing the comedy ladder, the higher I'm getting to work with people from off the telly and stuff that I've been watching for years, like this Friday at the Civic Hall, not the Civic Hall, at the Saunders Hall. I've got a guy coming up there, Sean Collins. He was a guy that I was watching before I started do stand-up, because he's like a storytelling comedian, and now I'm booking him, and he's coming to do my club, you know.
Yeah.
I've had him sitting in my front room talking to me, having a brew with me, and you know, but when I got to gig with that guy for the first ever time, my panic attacks kicked in heavy, and I was like really deep breathing, and I had to have a load of tablets then just to sort of calm it down. And whenever I'm gigging with someone of that higher level, you know, like a telly level, they kick in really bad again. But hopefully one day they'll calm down, but I doubt it.
I think that just makes you though, doesn't it? I think if you've got that and you're carrying that around with you and you've developed your strategy of dealing with it, that's probably you. And if you didn't get that oh shit moment,
where
would you go then? You know what I mean? It's
I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
Apart from them, a lot. Well, the tablets are there. They do. I had loads of people telling me as well, you need to get a brown bag, blow into it, and all this, or you can do this breathing technique. And I've tried it all. Tablets work. Just take the bloody tablets. They work.
They get prescribed for a reason.
Yeah. Cost you £9, lot, but it's definitely worth it. A little bit
we've
more.
said it before, mate. We've said you have different ways of dealing with it. Everybody deals with things in different ways. Yeah. Some people find the medication work. Some people find the breathing techniques
it does.
work.
Yeah.
But until you've tried it, you don't know.
I tried it all, and ended up with the medication. And like sometimes my missus will even say to me, she'll be like, "You having panic attacks?" I'm like, "No." Yeah, I am. Yeah. And then I'll start taking the tablets, and then they subside. Like, but it's just coping mechanisms, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, appreciate it, mate. I enjoyed having the conversation when you came into the the podcast, and I knew it was going to be fun tonight. So, and especially thanks for coming up here. And
No, that's all right. Thank you very much for having me.
oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah,
Wicked.
huge thanks to you, man. Cheers,
Lovely
dude.
to meet you all.
Likewise, man.
You ready for your next one?
Yes, bring them up.
Absolutely.
Line them up.
Cheers,
Doug.
guys. Want all that? Go on, Sam, mate, Sam.
Thank you, mate.
It's been emotional.
Right, next victim. Next guest.
I
Jack.
can see it. There he is.
Everybody,
Silhouette.
welcome Jack to the stage.
All right, boys.
What up, Jack?
Hey. Evening. Oh, how are we doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You all right?
I'm all right. You all right?
I don't know.
So, Jack, you've had a chance to listen to Doug and a bit about what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So I think you've had a bit of time to prepare now.
You think, do you?
I'm hoping. No. What are some of the times you found that you're sort of hiding behind a face, but you're a bit like a duck? On the top, you seem absolutely calm. Underneath, you're paddling like mad.
I think. Well, obviously I've been on the podcast a couple of times before, and my kind of background is in addiction or coping mechanisms with alcohol and mainly cocaine. Obviously, we've spoke in depth about that on the podcast before, and I think that's probably has been my main way of kind of coping. Maybe not to, I see it as becoming a different character. So it's a coping mechanism of, I don't want to feel like this, or I can't handle feeling like this for any longer. It's like having a best friend that you wish you never met.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of see it. It's like a really weird, toxic cuddle, as it were. We were talking as we arrived tonight. I'll go through peaks and troughs of, I'll be messaging in the group and meeting you guys for 3 months, and then I'll go away for 3 months. And that's not because I don't feel comfortable talking, because I'm way past that. Luckily, I don't have much of a taboo about anything anymore regarding my struggles and all that kind of stuff. I see it as the bad stuff's happened, so what's the worst that can happen if you talk about it? And that's a lot easier, like we all know. That's very easy to say once you've done it, but getting over that hill is different. So yeah, I think I'm sort of guilty of being a character, and even at work in the past, it's Jack's this person in this environment, when actually I'll go home and sit on my own and cry for 3 nights and do loads of, back in the day, do loads of drugs and alcohol. So I think that kind of answers the question in what I do when I'm not feeling happy in myself in the past and all that kind of stuff. So it's still a journey, it's still, but as long as you're cracking on, it's not too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, like I say, it's that first step, isn't it? We say all the time, the first meeting or the first walk or the first time you drop a message into the WhatsApp group, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
And you sit there for ages rewriting it, thinking, do I do it? Don't I do it? And then you're like, oh, I'm going to have to do it. What's somebody going to say?
Yeah, I think especially as the groups got bigger, I can imagine it's got to be a little bit more difficult for someone seeing this big group, wanting to go, hi, I'm X, and fair enough, that's difficult, but things like this is good, and hopefully, we might do a few more in the future where actually it's just a chat.
Steady.
I've said it now.
We're signing him up already.
But it's kind of nice, isn't it? I think once you start, it's good as gold.
Yeah.
And it does help people. We all know that.
Absolutely.
Here. So I think like we said before, if 5 different people listen to the podcast every week, or a couple people come in that haven't been before, that's us doing a bit of good, isn't it? Or you guys doing a bit of good.
Well, you still hold the record for the most downloaded episode. I was checking earlier just to make sure, but
I wasn't even thinking about it.
You don't get anything for it.
Cheers.
Round of applause.
There's no trophy about
Yeah, you don't get anything, but
It's only years of trauma and addiction so it's been worth it.
Do you find that even after all the sort of hurdles you've come across, do you still find yourself hiding when you're struggling?
As in physically hiding away, locking myself in my house, for example, or do you mean hiding from what I'm feeling?
Let's go with both.
Let's go with both. Yeah, I mean, up until 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I kind of relapsed again and started spending 3 or 4 days at a time at home, But that's just the reality of how I cope, and I know people who've use similar substances and stuff, and unfortunately that's kind of where it takes you. So yeah, physically hiding and not wanting to be around anyone, and that's kind of because Doug's been telling jokes. We're sitting here getting deep now. It's a bit of a,
that's why we put you on second.
Yeah, cheers. But that's just reality, and it is. But I feel in a way lucky because I've been plugging away at it for so long. It's all a learning curve. Like really, really is a learning curve. So even when I'm hiding away from certain things, I know in a week I'll have started making my own meals again, and I'll have a shower and look after myself a bit more. And in 2 weeks I'll do a bit of this. So, but it is still a massive learning curve. I think it kind of always will be.
Yeah.
I think now I'm pretty confident things will be okay, because there's been times, I think when I was on the first podcast we were a bit unsure. But so even when it's bad now, I kind of think, right, just roll with the punches, learn, don't be an arse, and you'll get back to where you've been before, and each time you get a little bit better and a little bit better. So as much as you're kind of hiding from it at first, for me personally, I just kind of grizz it out, get my head down, and go, right, we'll be all right, we'll get out of it in a few weeks or whatever,
Yeah. I think that was when you first came on the first walk, you were jacked full of life and giving it the big end, and I think we found out afterwards that
like the Pied
we found out afterwards that you were going through the shit then. But you'd put on such a face and a front that none of us would have known.
I think everyone does, don't they?
Yeah,
to some extent.
And I think that's no matter what people are going through, people will put the wall paint on, and you get that. But I think it's only when you start peeling it back from people like you talking about what you've gone through, especially when you've been on the podcast and spoken about it so openly before, gives everybody an idea that you can put your hand up and you can say, I'm struggling here, and this is what I'm going through.
I think as well, because I sometimes think, especially recently, am I just being a bit daft? Like, am I actually addicted to this? Am I just being a bit soft? But again, it's all, I'd rather question myself and constantly think about it and constantly try and work myself out than kind of keep pushing it away. Because I'm only damaging myself. In fact, that's not true. I'm damaging relationships with my kids and partners and all that kind of stuff. But it's, as long as I'm learning still, and again, just that was what I was going to say. I think in life, everyone puts on a bit of a character. You've got to in certain times. Like you've got to. But it's when it becomes like if I'm going to the pub, if I'm going through one of my bad phases, I start getting really bad heartburn when I'm having a shower, because my body knows that I'm going to put something in my body that it doesn't want. That's the level that and it hurts. And that's where you think, oh Christ, I don't want to be putting on this character anymore. And it just wears you down. But again, that's okay. If that's the way things are going, just bank it, learn, realise, and that's what I've been doing for 10 years now. So it's not always going to be great, but the good times get better each time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So one thing off the back of that is, when did you start to recognise that you've got to change?
I would say when I was about mid-20s, I reckon.
Okay.
Mid-20s. Maybe a little bit late. Yeah, probably 26, let's say.
And what was it that actually made you think, right, time for me to change because it's getting too much?
I think, I wouldn't have admitted it at the time, it was changing me into a real bad person. Right. Very, very selfish. That's one thing it's one of my traits that comes out when I'm putting those things in my body. It changes you so much when you're unable to drink for the enjoyment and that kind of stuff. If you've got that part of you that you're using it for something else. So yeah, very selfish. Not wanting to be very angry with people and at the time I believed there was a reason, and I'd kind of go back to things that happened in my childhood even. But I think that was maybe, and I think some of it might be trauma that I'm still working through, but actually I think some of it was just me making an excuse. Right. Like this happened that I've randomly thought of, that happened when I was 7, so I'm going to go and get on it now for a weekend.
Yeah.
That's just the addict, I think, in me personally. So yeah, about 26. But I'll still get times now where I think, no, I'm fine. But again, I think that's me kidding myself. And you've got to give yourself, even 7 days clean, I feel different. And you want to do nice things. You know I wouldn't be here, Dan, if it was, you know. So again, it's having my eyes open to myself almost. But it's a journey. It'll take time.
Just opening up about that is actually it's endearing listening to it. And I've got to give you credit as well, because opening up about something like that is not easy. And to do it here, I commend you for that, because honestly, it's certain things I wouldn't even talk about, and that's just random stuff. There's nothing as deep as this. Now, Doug mentioned about kids.
Mm-hmm.
Did that help get through this as well?
Do you know what? It was when I was listening to Doug, and this shows how unique each individual's journey is. And it's a horrible thing to admit, and this is where the selfishness of drug addiction comes into. I've lost months and months and months of seeing my kids because of drinking and taking cocaine. Months. Now, that's just a horrible person doing that, but that's the truth of it. That's what it does. In fact, not even what it does, because that's making it. It's my fault. I was doing it. So I would love to be one of those to say, oh yeah, as soon as the boys were born, if anything, I got worse at times. And I think part of, we've spoken about my adoption briefing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I've now realised that there's a little kid inside me that is still really angry and really upset. Now, I don't know if that has something to do with why I struggle sometimes with my own kids. Again, that might be me making an excuse. I don't know. But again, I'm constantly having to think, well, why are you doing this? Why is this happening? Why are you choosing drinking and taking drugs over a weekend with Oscar and Harry? Which is a mental thing to say. Disgusting. But you've got to admit it you've got to say it to yourself and admit it to yourself to go, right, I'm not doing that on weekends anymore, or you know what I mean? So it was interesting listening to Doug, because I was sitting there going, oh shit, I didn't do that. But again, if you can't be honest about it, I don't think you're ever going to really improve your way of life and get to where you need to get to, and understanding in yourself. And that's something that is a continuous thing for myself.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been on before, we've spoke about the different types of recovery and help that you've tried. What's been your most successful so far?
Ooh.
See, I get good questions sometimes.
That's a proper question for you, that.
I know.
How long have you been planning?
3 weeks, 48 hours.
It's actually written on his hand.
Surprised me with such professionalism. What's been my... I started that fishing club, and what I've realised, I think there's a lot of people that are like this. If you've been through stuff, you're much better at looking after other people than you are yourself. Way better. And part of the fishing club was, and again, I think I could be wrong, my traumatised little 6-year-old Jack thinks, oh, I really want to, take kids fishing and give them a great day and teach them things and make sure that they're safe. And I think there's a link there. Yeah. And that was great. I was 3.5 months. I was full-time fishing club owner, out of the blue. Yeah. Doing nice things, children that aren't even going to school, but they'll come fishing. And it was awesome. And that, for me, was, especially recently, a real brilliant, because I'm not only being clean myself, but I'm just doing a nice thing for parents as well and the young people. But obviously, and I mentioned this to Vish, we'll have a proper podcast about it, everything with court and stuff, and that's what stopped it. Yeah. So probably that. But is that me really doing it for me and doing it the right way, or is that just me distracting myself? And I kind of, maybe it's a bit of both, I don't know.
I think you said it yourself, it's that inner you. That's the bit that you're trying to work out and get your head round. And if that bit you can work along with, then surely in the long run that's going to...
I think, for me it's just I'm becoming more aware of what I'm thinking and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And, you know, I'm 32 now. I think I'll still be... I don't think it'll ever stop, but as long as I learn more and actually listen to it. But it's weird that... And I've noticed this over the past probably 3 or 4 months. The child in me is kind of like banging on that door.
Yeah.
And you can I can almost envisage it. And that's a new thing. So... But again, it's being aware of it and understanding it. And, you know, hopefully it will be another little building block to get into where I need to be consistently, because I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll do 3 months great, 3 months crap, 3 months. So I need to start hitting 4 months and 5 months. But again, it's just being honest and not blagging it.
Yeah.
And I think for me personally, that's kind of my method to getting to where I need to get personally.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
I think what we've just done there is we just want to showcase exactly what goes on, whether it's you're on a walk or at a social. And even just with Doug and yourself, Jack, you've proven exactly what goes on.
Yeah.
You can either be sat here absolutely taking the piss, having a bit of a laugh and a joke, or we could be really getting down to business and talking the deeps of it all.
That's the best thing about the group, and it doesn't feel once you've come to one walk, and that's what I did, didn't I? I went to one walk at Holton.
Yep.
He's a bit of a knob, but he's sound.
A bit.
I've been called worse.
But it feels, although there's I don't know how many members now, it feels a lot smaller.
Not as many as Doug.
Not that Doug's counting, but it feels a lot smaller than what it might look like on a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've always found great about it. And obviously you find friends and recognise people the more you turn up to things. And like me, there's no pressure. Like, I've not seen you guys for 3 months, 4 months. But that's just the way some people are. And again, there's no pressure. You guys are still going to be there. Like, Dan could have messaged me out. Do you know what I mean? So it's for anyone that's kind of listening to this or in the audience or thinking about, just come and chat to one of these guys or one of us or Doug or whatever, and go on a little wander or come along to something, and all of a sudden you think, what was I? But it's like anything. It's like going to the new gym for the first time, isn't it?
Yes.
It's,
Yeah, less stressful and less workout.
Yeah.
But that's what we said earlier. I was talking about it earlier. You're not contractually obliged. If you come along and you show interest, and just dip in and dip out when you need it. And you're perfect proof of that, mate, because we know if things are okay, you'll drop a message. Sometimes if things are bad, you'll drop a message.
Yeah.
But you're in touch more times than not.
It's just a group of mates, really. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, because I think a lot of people are saying, I've got a very, very small circle, very small, and I'd actually like to get to know more people, but in a different, not on my local or not with my old sesh heads and all that kind of thing. And something like Back and Forth, I think, kind of a perfect opportunity to do that for anyone that's kind of on the fence or thinking about it.
Right, get him off, because I can't afford to pay him anymore.
Cheers, Jack.
Thank you very much, Jack.
I've got 2 mics now.
Cheers, Jack. Thanks, mate.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
Blanked him out. That's out of order, Jack.
Right, who have we got?
Is it Coggy?
Finn.
Is it Coggy?
I don't know.
Coggy?
Yeah,
Coggy.
he says yes.
Yeah,
So
we'll
it's
have
Coggy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Welcome to the stage, Coggy.
Coggy!
It's relaxed.
Oh,
It's a step there, mate. Somebody's put some white tape around it
How we
to
doing?
make it
You
stand
good?
out more.
well, you know what we say, one step at a time, Coggy.
Oh, he's got another one.
You
We
must
ain't got cornetos anymore.
No. Or
Mike's
chess
instead,
pieces.
mate.
Because last time we all had to share, we all cuddled together, and
That was a different podcast for a different audience.
That was the late night one,
that was
right?
a fishing trip, wasn't it? We went, thought about, how you doing anyway?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, it
First
is
time I
working,
met
isn't
you.
it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've seen you on TV, like, and I was
On
thinking,
TV?
On TV?
On TV,
Jesus.
what?
Vish isn't telling us
Crime
something.
Watch.
I'm old, remember? Anyway,
Welcome
chess.
back,
Chess.
Coggy. Chess.
Chess.
Yeah, do you play chess?
Chess.
I
Play
do.
chess.
Yeah, I'm alright at it.
Yeah. Play at school.
He's in.
No.
Did you play when you was an adult?
I played when I was just a little bit older.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You
Like
good?
17, 18, I'm shit.
You good? You shit.
I'm absolute shit.
See, didn't I say to you, it's a conversation starter. You just say, do you play chess? Yes.
It works.
Cool, brilliant. To say no, you go, well, come and fucking them. That's it, turned off. But no.
I like you already, mate.
But like I say, listening to the other two guys, it is chess. Like I said to you before, it's life. They both had to make a different change piece when they lost one piece. Like, for instance, found out he's got a daughter, his life had to quickly change. Like that. Again, you know, oh my God, I've got to change my life. I know I'm going to set up a fishing trip. Again, it's like chess. Move your pieces to make where you want to go. And I've always had that, haven't I? You know what I mean? I've always had that theory. As well, for me, a bit of a doom and gloom, really, but I'm a bit of a survivor, but I always say, you always, no matter what, I don't care, mental health always catches you, but you've got to embrace it, tackle it. So for me, my business partner, who is my ex, I know, it's weird, isn't it? But no, she's been an absolute rock. And for her, I wanted to talk a little bit about her. She got mental health from her brother, who passed away, and it caused her to have mental health. He had mental health himself. It was alcohol was the biggest killer for him, okay? And it's really hard for her to struggle that some people realise with mental health, it's not a selfish thing, but sometimes it's those around us are still continuing on the mental health, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for you guys, you know, you lost someone, you went, right, we've got to do something. We've got to try and do something. And yeah, we do that. But yeah, she's my business partner. And some of you don't know, or you guys do, I'm a professional urban axe thrower. So is Kitty. So yeah, she's there you are, waving her hands.
I'm glad someone sat in front of you.
I actually didn't know that until now, to be fair.
You did not know that? No.
See, at
I
this
heard you
point,
about
I
2
wanted to
minutes
wheel out
ago.
the board and throw axes, but
Yep.
we weren't allowed. Health and safety said
I
no.
was going to put it behind Vish, but
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. So I was at the NEC today, like, you know, and I have to demonstrate their product and say, look, it's so powerful, you can throw an axe at it. So I get paid to do that today.
Nice.
And I opened my Nuneaton one, as you know. So that's why part of this now is because I'm in Nuneaton, so with lumberjacks, been in Nuneaton. Slowly getting there, it's really hard. It is such a solid rock to try and break. And it's really hard. And like I said, mental health, it works brilliant for people that suffer. They come in and they meet other people, all walks of life. You I don't know. You play chess, you don't play chess, whatever. But you're all in there for one reason. You're all throwing axes, and it brings everyone together. It always does. I mean, tonight, it's Rookie League. I'm not there, but they're all there on their own, doing their own thing, probably having a party, you know, but that's how it is. You know what I mean? But how are you guys anyway? Like,
We're good,
'cause
mate.
enough about me. I'm
So
boring.
far, so good.
I'm really boring.
We're just dropping Vish in at the deep end and leaving him to do it all the
I
time.
know.
Really threw me.
I
in
know,
the
really
mix.
threw me in and went, don't tell him what it is.
You chose that seat.
4 weeks ago, I came in and it's like, we're doing this. And I'm like, shit. And I'm sitting here talking to this guy about chess.
Yeah, an axe throwing.
I like it. Yeah, and that too.
Yeah, you
We
got to
could-
try it. You got to try it. It's
I
brilliant.
have.
Will and I just
Have you?
go
Where
to
did you do it?
I
Not
did
at my
it
place.
in Liverpool. I was on a stag do. But now that I know you're local, I'll just come to you.
Harry's
instead.
Hatchet.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was shit, but I enjoyed it. Very
Come to
therapeutic.
Come to mine.
Yeah. You can teach me how to do
There's
it.
a bromance.
Yeah,
for
well,
me.
like I said, I do it professionally. Me and
can see
Kitty,
the spark.
we flew out to Toronto and, you know, we competed and that was good.
I can hear these two whispering something. It's like,
don't know about.
what are you talking about?
Just going about go to the bar. I'll leave you to it.
I was going to do that.
Yeah, so when you guys said, do you want to come on the show? And I said, yeah, I'll come on the show. I'll talk anything. Like, you know, I won't do it doom and gloom. You know what I mean? Like, the other day I was thinking to myself, oh, what am I going to talk about? And, you know, I had a little bit of a problem. So my problem was I ordered an Uber, says 3 minutes. I thought, great. Then I thought, my journey's 10 minutes. I'm busting for a shit. Could I do a power shit in 3 minutes? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Yep. I went for gold. I got there in time and got out the door before the cab turned up. I was well impressed.
Well, the
It's a
important
one white
question.
wonder.
Did you remember to
absolutely.
wipe?
I was well impressed, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to mention that. I am so going to take that glory. Less than
You
3
got a
minutes.
cackle over
Guinness
there
Book of
somewhere.
Records.
I love that because
Yeah.
when you came on, I didn't stop laughing through the entire podcast episode, so I was looking forward to coming on to that.
Oh yeah, that
I was
it,
wondering
yeah.
what stories you were bringing, but the shit one is just the best.
Absolutely, yeah, it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? Everyone's got to have done it. They're like, oh, damn it, man, I've really got to go, but I'm not going. You know, I just thought it's either that or I'm going to shit in the cab, and I thought I'm not shitting in the cab because it's going to be 50 quid. I'd rather pay the extra quid and wait for him out there.
You know the fine.
I just dropped, like that, out the door as quick as I could. Doing my belt up and everything. I was like, shit. You
hope you wiped,
did I
mate.
wipe? Did I wipe or
That's
not?
the
I don't know.
Swiped on the way out.
Yeah.
That's what your
Rubbed it
underwear's
all
for.
over the handle of the car. So
Oh, shit.
It's, if anyone's got a story about picking up an Uber and getting shit on the rants, I'm sorry. That's me. 3 minutes. I mean, come on. You got to give me credit.
I don't know where to go with that.
I didn't even look to see if I had Cocoa Pops or anything. I just left it, wiped it.
Who was that? Who was that?
This is from the guy who collects magazines and sells them on OnlyFans. It's eBay.
This feels more like competition now.
I know. It is. No, he's good. It was a laugh. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm Gen X, you know me, and I do it with my customers. You know, they come in, they're like, and I'm like, I'm a Gen X. I'm not going to be P's and Q's. And yeah, I do it at the NEC as well. You know, had a group of lads come in. They were about, I don't know, really young.
I thought you were talking about having a shit then.
No. I looked at them and I went, Jesus Christ, where's your mum? You know what I mean? They were about 25, something like that. And I went, I've got tools older than you, dude. Don't make out you're old. You know, and yeah, so they came up to me through their axes, giving it all the big, and I was like, right, now go back to your mum, and I'll see you later. You know, it's one of them, but yeah.
Well, mate, one of the things that stuck out for me when you came on the
Yeah.
podcast was the challenge coin.
Yep.
And I need to have it
You're
with
going to
you.
challenge me. Well,
No,
if I
'cause-
do
no.
it, no, because Kitty actually has a coin, so now I've got mine out. If she hasn't got hers, but now you've just cost me a drink.
She just nodded.
Yes. See?
Just
See,
nodded.
there was a reason behind what I did there. But no, I was getting to the point of we've developed our own and we have some, which we're going to start pushing in the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant.
See?
There you are.
That's
See?
what. That's plus
Yep.
one vote.
See, she woke
take
up
it.
as soon as I said coin, that's it.
Yeah, the challenge coin idea is brilliant, isn't it? Because we're going to use it to hand out to the dudes that have gone through stuff and have come out the other side of it,
Absolutely
recognise
brilliant.
the struggle they're going through.
Yep.
And the same as you, if we're in a group and somebody
Whips the
challenge
coin
coins
out.
it, have deep pockets or have
Yep.
your coin in it. So
You got to remember the other rule as well. Whoever gives them the coin, if they lose that coin, they must go back and beg. They must say, I'm sorry. So if you give me a coin and I lost it, say like down the bog, 3 minutes for the Uber,
Beg.
and I couldn't fish it out, you know what I mean? I've got to come to you and go, dude, I'm sorry, but I've lost the coin. Then you've got to set me a challenge. So it could be anything, you know. You could say, right, put this Star Trek outfit on and go mow my lawn. You know, whatever you want to
I
do.
would pay
it
money
would be
for
yours. But no one else can give me another coin. Only you
it.
can give it me. So the coin bearer gives only the coiner. And then that coiner can then give another coin to another person. So forth and so forth. You grow like a tree.
yeah,
Like it.
Yeah.
yeah, they're on
Good.
the way.
I reckon that's good. That's brilliant.
They're on the way.
Wicked.
We've got those.
Have you
They're
got a
in-
design of it?
Something
Yeah.
else in the storage unit that I've not got to the bottom of yet. But yeah, they're there.
So it's absolutely brilliant. No, it'd be good. You know.
That
Well
was
played.
yeah. That was sort of came
Absolutely.
out of our conversations, and it's just like you say, it's just recognising and giving
Yeah.
a pat on the back without making it a big obvious pat on the back. you
No,
know?
this is it. You're not walking around like this hoping will fix it badges. It's
No, then,
just
no.
all about, you know.
We're not doing that shit.
No, let's not go there.
Steady.
Cancel. We've
I've-
done so
I've still
well.
got mine.
52
No.
episodes.
Well, it was a good run.
No,
Oh,
no. It is good. It's like I said, I just come here and I thought, I'm just going to, do I talk about what I did in my life? And I went, nah, bollocks to that. Everyone else is going to do that. I'm just going to talk shit. And that's what I thought. I'll come in.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, 3 minute shit, because I thought that would be my subject for the day. You know, I could have talked about Kitty. I mean, Kitty, yeah, the poor child. No, no, she can get into hysterics and piss herself to a point where she'll pass out. So yeah, it's quite entertaining in some ways, but she won't do that here. But no, you know, Kitty's a life and soul of Lumberjacks. Everyone loves Kitty, don't they, Kit? Yeah.
She's not going
You
to say
can go back
that.
to sleep now.
She don't even
She's not gonna
convince
say
herself.
No, she's not. Everyone loves Kitty. Absolutely, yeah. She actually passed out, and everyone was like, "Shit, do we carry on?" Like leaving her on the floor, and they were like, "Is she dead?"
I laughed so hard that I actually passed out on the Lang
Wow.
competition.
And then a
Wow.
bladder opened.
And then you piss yourself.
You're welcome. You know what I mean? I'm here for that.
Yay!
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was like I said, when we were talking about my mate's wedding, and yeah, Kitty was like suggesting, going, oh yeah, you know, we'll get Coggy to go up and break the ice with everyone, and that's when I got the parents up and the kids, and because the DJ was shit, and yeah, and that's when I turned around to that woman, didn't I? And I said, Christ, you brought your milk to the yard, didn't you? And I was like, you could feed a crash with them fuckers. No, they were. It looked like she was smuggling right said Freddie, and I thought they were going to be like celebrities, you know what I mean? And she gave me the evilest look, like, you're dead. I thought, and then she pissed herself. That's it. It's a guy who
Who is
knows
that guy
us.
hiding behind the lights? I can't even see.
Look
There you
at
go.
us.
There you
Here
go
he
again.
is.
I think you might have been there.
But no, it is. It's all about laughter, isn't it? Really, we all have it. We all got to do something. And again, it's like, you know, moods and I and I don't know many people. You know, I'm not saying, oh, I'm Billy. No mates feel sorry for me. You know, it's me. I reach out, like chess, working out things, what to do. So I'm moving out. You know, reach out to people, try and hook up with people. You know, and build a community. That's what I do.
Yeah.
When I build a community, you know me and that. I just thought, yeah, I'll come here, talk about it, not plug it much, you know. Lumberjacks, not eat. No, we do urban archery as well. No, you know, it's good. It's good. I'm hoping it will grow. A couple of weeks ago, I did the Welsh tournament. That was really good. You know, but I played my rule sets. I shouldn't have. I didn't think it, and I was like 5 points out. Shit, I could have won, but never mind. Well, it's how it is in life. That's how it is, isn't it? You know, you can cry about the past, but you can't do anything about it. You know, because people are going, "Are you upset?" And I go, "Well, I'm a bit paid, but what can I do? I ain't got a time machine.
Yeah, it's happened.
I just carry on.
Yeah.
So I just wait for the next league, and then I'll sort my shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like life, isn't it? But no, guys,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're doing this one. This one's your first one.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be on the first one. That's good.
I'm glad people turned up.
Right, yep. Oh, yeah. Right. I think the free beer outside signed really well. You know?
It's all come out of the budget. Shh.
We need that budget.
No, you do.
No, I appreciate you coming, mate.
No, guys,
And
like I said,
like we said on the podcast, if you can't laugh about stuff, you're going to struggle. And no matter how... I know we talk about deep and dark shit sometimes, but you have to put the normal spin on it
yeah,
and make it a little bit more. If you can have a laugh and
Yeah.
joke about it, we can get you through it.
yeah. What about your spuds?
Oh, we haven't done
Yeah, it's
have
about
we?
spuds.
We haven't yet.
Do we save that for the end?
Well, we could do.
Well, yeah, but I want
Should
you
we
my
do
side.
audience?
I want
This
my
is
side.
hey, do you want?
No, I'm not getting paid. You are.
I ain't getting paid for
Why
it.
are you handing me a mic?
I don't already got one.
Why are you handing me that?
Fuck
Who's
knows,
getting
man.
paid?
I ain't getting paid.
Fuck that.
You're not getting paid. Who said paid?
Yeah, love spuds. Have
We're
you got
doing
one?
this out of love, man.
I know you do that for love. Same as me.
Coggy, leave us with the love spuds.
Yeah, so what do I love? Oh, God. I'd have to say that Key came with me because I asked her to come because I wanted her to be recognised for what she's done for me. If it weren't for her, like I said, she's stood by me, thick and thin, passing out, pissing herself. But no, she's been there, like, you know, and she's been on some great adventures with me, supporting Lumberjacks, and she's part of Lumberjacks, and without her, I can't have Lumberjacks. It's part of the deal, you know what I mean? She is the main engine of
It's a
Lumberjacks.
love plum we got there.
So that's that
We've got
one.
Love Plum.
That's a love plum.
Yeah.
Well done, Kitty.
And the one that grinds my gears is when your bowels want to open and Uber's coming. That's
Some
not
useful
again.
information right there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's either plug it and run or just drop and run, whichever.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. What's it? Roll and tuck. That sounds
leave
weird.
it. Leave it.
No. Let's stop it there.
No. That's a different show. That is. That's OnlyFans.
£3.
She does
We
this
don't accept
every
your apology.
time. She does this every time. She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You've got Coggy on your session." And I'm like, "What? No."
Is that the first thing you thought when he was coming on?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
She knows.
And then he spoke about shit.
Yeah. I've got no filters. She knows that. None at all.
It's not a bad thing.
But anyway,
Mate,
I'm
appreciate
really
you
happy
coming
to
in.
be here.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
We'd love to
We
have you
could
back.
be on for hours, but I don't want to take up the limelight. We'll do it for another show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. But anyway, you lot promised me you were going to dress up as Star Trek because We do look like the scene on Star Trek, don't we? You know what I mean? We could just need someone just standing here, like, you know. No? You're looking at me all
afford
like...
the copyright bill.
What's this going on?
I don't know where we're going with this.
I suggested that we all dressed up as
Yes, you
Star
did,
Trek
in the chat,
characters,
yes.
yeah.
I didn't get that memo.
And
I came
someone
onto
piped up and says, how about we all wear heels? And I said, no, I ain't got a pair, so...
I haven't got the legs for heels, mate.
No,
Or the
neither
knees.
have I. No. But I just thought it'd be really good, entertaining, you know, all dressed up as Star Trek here on camera.
Next time.
Next time, yeah,
Next time.
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
going
you
to
got
piss
it,
out.
yeah, yeah,
There you go. You
Coggy,
can do that.
Coggy,
Cheers,
everyone.
Coggy. Thank you very much. Cheers, pal. Appreciate it. Mind
Cheers,
step.
dude.
Cheers, mate. I'll give you the mic back. I'm giving it him.
And Finley, here he comes. He's been waiting patiently
The
at
man
the back,
himself.
bless him.
I could see him on the edge.
Here
of
he
his
comes.
seat.
Here he comes.
Campbell's favourite. Here he is.
How are we? Good, yeah?
How we
Yes,
doing,
mate. Good, thank you.
Good.
Welcome. Finley.
Bit sceptical, not gonna lie. You know, the lads before me opened up about drug dealing, shit in taxes, loads of coppers. I thought it was settled from the police. I was a bit sceptical. That's what I thought.
Go.
But no, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you coming back, mate. I mean, I missed the last one because
Yeah,
I
you
was
pretended to be on holiday.
I was in Isle 8 of Dobbies. I was not around, so I missed you coming in for the show. So I'm glad to be back.
Thank you very much.
You've picked up on the theme of what we're talking about tonight,
The
and I
first.
know you've gone through the mill. And as Doug said earlier, you're probably one of the most spotted people in Nuneaton now.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, oh, it's Finn.
Yeah, not always the proud moments, like, you know, with old women telling me about my clothes off and shit like that. It's good. I'm enjoying it, but I find the right reason what we're doing it for as well. I mean, some people probably haven't got a clue who I am or whatever like that.
Here's your moment. Do it.
Say again?
Here's your moment.
Well, yes. So anyway, my name's Phil, I'm a porn star. No, so basically I own a little burger company. I am a porn star as well, but I'm going to have to change that. I have a burger company in Nuneaton called Ghetto Grub UK. Been about 2 years now, but apart from just doing that, I've decided to try and showcase the social media side of it, because I've come from a council estate, nothing. What I've tried to do is tackle the bit of stigma between a few things, so mental health, like you lads, and also just the council estate status itself, the fact that, you know, you're stuck in the rut, you get nowhere with it. So I'm trying to tackle that with the children, and especially a lot of the younger lads and people in the area, just to sort of show them the fact that, you know, it's not all shit, because you all get, I mean, I don't know where all you guys are from, do you know what I mean, but growing up, you got the shit, you know, if you're from, I'm from Camp Hill, do you know what I mean, so yeah, it is correct, your cars have been robbed outside, you know, you ain't got no dust caps, they're all gone, but, so like, we got given a bad tarnished name, and growing up, you sort of believe it, do you know what I mean, you're not going to do anything, you know, you're going to be on the dole, whatever like that, so my aim has been to try and change that sort of thing for the kids. Hopefully it's working, do you know what I mean, but I'm only one kid, so I can't change the world, but at least we can try, ain't it?
That's wicked. That's really good. That's impressive.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, respect, mate, because the last big thing with the school kids, with the school pencils, and you just don't think people ain't got it. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
just the basic stuff. So to do what you did and get the donations that you got, so those kids could go to school with at least a pencil case and some pencils.
Not just myself either. I miss Jodie Glosson in the back, by the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? No politics,
Yes,
but that lady deserves credit. Do you know what I mean? That there was a real eye-opener, because I sat there and I thought to myself, what can we do to help? Because obviously I like to do little bits and bobs. And I ain't fucking buying trainers for kids, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Have you seen the price of them?
That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't doing that. So, and I thought to myself, it's a basic. So when we first decided we were going to do it, we said, I'll get 50 pencil cases, that's it. So I bought that out of my own money, and I thought, I'll ask for donations. I'm not joking to you now. By about a week in, it was like fucking Ryman's in my front room. Do you know what I mean? It was that bad. I was down Furnace End Car Boot every Saturday trying to flog some to get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? No, I won't really. But it's and the funny thing about it is the amount of parents which come to me and just said like how grateful they were, but then it also on the flip side, it was the people that had nothing that donated the most.
Yeah.
And I touched on this with the podcast we had.
Yeah.
Like when we did this announcement, and obviously Jodie came and donated, we didn't expect it. I put Jodie on her heels a bit really because I called her out. So I do apologise.
I saw the post. I saw the post.
It was a bit of a fuck. Do you know what I mean? So I will. So when I've been arrested, I will, Jodie. Thank you. You'll be my witness. No, but so I just thought I put it out there, and there's a lot of businesses. You know, we're well connected, we're well seen by a few people, and it was the people of these communities that had nothing. They'll come in and they're apologising to me and saying, I'm sorry, we're only bringing 2 packs of pencils. But I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You clearly haven't got loads of money to be handing out things, you know? And that's the real eye-opener, and that's why I said that's why I'm so strong with what I'm doing, with everything. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the community spirit that you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're doing this for the kids as well. That is really, really nice to see. It's not enough people do that.
No. Do you know what? Do you know what I noticed as well, which I was going to hold? So the gentleman first, after the shitting in the taxi, the man before that.
Jack.
Yeah. he
That's the man shitting in the taxi.
That's what I'm going to think of.
Coggy, that's your new name, mate.
But when he said something, and it was along the lines, obviously, I won't get too much into it, so obviously we've all here for a reason, that's what we've struggled. But when he mentioned about the fact that I prefer to help other people, that's my coping mechanism, it really touched on, because when I go home, sometimes, you know what I mean, like you look on our Facebook, like, I'm the happiest person in the world. Sat here now, I've become myself, confidence, took it on. I'll get home and I'll cry, or, do you know what I mean, I'll just feel I hate myself. But when I do these things for the kids, it's almost as if like you're doing something sort of a redemption, but giving other people a better chance. Do you know what I'm saying to you? And it really, it's only until he said that I thought, fuck me, it is actually a real thing. Like I'll sit there, like today we've launched another thing trying to get kids to cook in the community. Like I'm sitting here, I ain't got the fucking money to fund it. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Jodie.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I've sat there fucking. Rigging the electric off the streets and that. Do you know what I mean, Jodie?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. But I'm not a millionaire, so I'm not. A lot of this is coming out of my own pocket. But I sometimes do sit there and think, why am I fucking doing this? But then when you do like strip it back and have a look at the mental side of it, I think it is something to do with the fact that it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, and I think because you're doing something, you're busy, you're occupying your head with other stuff rather than letting what's normally run around in there.
Well, that's it. Obviously, that's keeping myself occupied is mad. You know what I mean? Like my morning routine is crazy. We've got a cafe. I wake up at 6 a.m. Have 3 wanks straight off the bat. That's
Life of a porn star.
And that's before you get to the Uber.
So you must question about 3 minutes, man. I'll tell you what, we can do a line in 3 minutes. But no, so obviously it's a busy morning, and I won't stop. I'll do the videos, I'll do the work. I'm a dad as well. I do everything, and it's not until about 9:30, 10 o'clock that I get home where I'm forced to be tired. To not.
How many do you have then when you get in?
Fucking hell, mate, that's when it's bad. You know what I mean? If I've been angry, I sit in the mirror and scream at myself. Do you know what I mean? Depends how I feel. Do you know what I mean? That's a joke, by the way. I don't have a mirror. But no, it really is. The whole thing with myself is trying to keep myself busy. If I get a message off you later, I ain't answering it.
Won't be from me.
Last drop of the night.
But no, I think keeping myself busy is a big part of it.
Yeah, I'm the same. If I sit still for longer than 5 minutes, I start to get a little bit edgy, and I've got to think of something to do, which is I've been told off a lot about. But yeah, I have to occupy my head, because otherwise you just sit into where you shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Doc, and it's funny you say that as well, because it leads you to stupid things. Like I've been that pointless before, where like before going to school and that, I wanted to become a pilot. I woke up, I think, what did I watch? I watched a stupid film, told me I want to be a pilot. I was shit scared of heights. And I was adamant. I was searching up like school and stuff like that. I was absolutely shit scared of heights. Like I go from one extreme to the other. Like fuck me, I've got about 75 Facebook pages. I've been in chess clubs, fishing clubs, bloody crocheting clubs, and everything like that. I can just my mind is that. I've got a very addictive mindset, which obviously it won't go into. It can be a bad way. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
But because I'm always that on edge, I'll watch one thing on fucking telly and I want to be that person. Do you know what I mean? Like. Yeah. God help me when I watch like these Nymphomaniac and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Jesus.
Tune into Doug's OnlyFans channel, you'll be alright.
I've seen that. I've been a regular subscriber to that.
No, I think we can all safely say, especially, I know I can speak for ourselves, we keep ourselves very busy, whether it's with work, whether it's with back and forth, or just literally anything else outside of that. And then we have to try and think, is it too much? Are we trying to occupy too much of our time, and are we forgetting to take that time, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, to actually sit with ourselves and with what's going through our heads and just address that.
Yeah.
Do you find that when you do finally stop after you've been absolutely slamming it all day, that you go, shit, I should have a bit more time?
When it does that, it's like a breakdown moment. Do you know what I mean? There's been many times where I will be flat out, not thinking about anything else that's going on, and then for whatever reason, you know, like Pornhub's down recently. I'm not sure if you know you have to like you have to get your email address now. I was stuck for hours. Yeah.
VPN, man.
That's why I've got
You
it.
know too much about
I use
that.
my nan's login, so that's all right. No, but so obviously, but there's been times where I've just been stuck, and then boom, it hits you. Do you know what I mean? All these thoughts, all these problems that you get, and it's just stuff which, if you would have took the time out in the day to sort of, you know, think about it, it would have been a lot less like traumatic all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all well and good. I say that we should probably take this time to sit and think with the thoughts in our head. Do I do it myself? Absolutely not.
That's just that's
and I
everyone,
know
isn't
that
it?
there are people here today that will account for that, where I will just be absolutely romantic all week, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I feel like absolute shit. There could be no reason for it. It's just I haven't taken 5-10 minutes to just sit and literally do nothing. And then when I do nothing, I then get really restless and I need to do something.
It's
and
that
it makes
boiling point, isn't it?
I tweak out a little bit. It's not good.
Is that why you don't come on a walk on a Saturday?
No, that's because I'm still asleep or at work.
Yeah. I thought you were leading up nicely to our mornings unplugged thing then that we were running. I thought you were going to...
I thought I'd hand it to you.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. Yeah, so touching on that, not touching on yourself.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Jesus. My legs getting there anyway.
So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do this week. All right, Vish, we haven't
I was
finished
only
yet, mate.
joking.
Right,
Where
jeez.
you going, big boy?
Wow, he's sacked.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Yep. Well, one of the things we do at the minute is that mindfulness moment in the mornings, because we all reach for our phones, we all go straight on devices. Like you said, your social media is massive, so I get that.
Well, not yet, but it's getting there.
But if we all took that 5 minutes out in the morning, and instead of reaching for your phone, just gonna have a cup of coffee, gonna have a bit of fresh air, it'll save that meltdown moment later on in the evening. So that's what we're trying to push at the minute. Take the time out for yourself before you take time out for anybody else. Because if you can't fix yourself, you ain't got no chance of helping anybody else.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, yeah, that's where we are. I can't believe he's knobbed off.
I know, he sat through
Should we-
shit, he sat through
should we
drugs, and
just
he runs
hide?
off for this.
Yeah, everybody hide before he comes back in. Right, okay, well, I was going to get around to another Love Spuds, but Finn, Love Spuds, you came on the podcast, you know what it's about.
Yeah, but
What's pissed you off this week?
Can I say the same one that was on the podcast?
Go for it.
Well, it's two more than Will's ever done, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, you still haven't done one yet.
Well, it's not that I can't. Well, no, it is that I can't.
Jodie, you can actually weigh in on this one as well.
Oh, joint Love Spuds.
Why do lollipop ladies wear GoPro cameras now?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Because no, that ain't even the worst one.
And he started.
The
Got it.
lollipop
What have we
ladies
done?
that stand on the pissing crossings. Do you know the ones that press the buttons? Look, listen, yeah, I'm not being funny, but what the fuck's that all about? Like, I'll drive in there, and it's on red, innit? I'm not going to fucking run the kids over, so I don't know what it's... Do you know what I'm saying, Jodie? Can you weigh in?
I've been on a crossing classic kids over the car park.
Oh, right, okay. Well, fucking cheers.
So-
Cheers, Jodie, thanks for
There's
that.
that one person ruins it for everybody.
She is sick of your shit.
Well, she ain't helping me next time,
That's
is she?
exactly why they stand on the crossing and press the buttons.
So, yeah, well, I'm anyone.
So your Love Spuds is fucked.
Yeah, I don't enjoy kids getting run over. That's not
No,
what I'm saying.
no. Have you got a Love Spuds this week?
Well,
Oh, I'm glad I'm
my
sitting down.
my main one, unfortunately, is an off-air one.
Of course it is.
Because obviously, a lot of you know what me and Dan do for work. So
Fuck
a
all.
lot of the Love Spuds that I have come from work, and we have been told we cannot talk about work on the podcast. So I can't talk about that. However,
But we can talk about people having a shit before they get in an Uber. Go figure that out.
no, my newest Love Spuds actually came from about 5 minutes before I came in here.
Oh.
Has anyone ever used the app Ringo for parking?
Oh, welcome back.
So on the board,
Thanks.
it tells you if you use the app, it's going to be cheaper, it's just easier, everything's better, or you think it's going to at least be the same price. No, it's not. Absolutely not. So obviously I got here a bit before 6, and I don't want to risk a parking ticket because that is just my luck. So I thought I'll use the app. It's only £1. Happy days. Go to pay. It's £1.35. What the fuck are you talking about? It's only for 4 minutes. And then you look at it and it goes, right, here's the service fee. There's like, I think it was like a convenience fee, 5p. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? And then it charges you 15p to send you a text to confirm that you have paid for your parking. And then 15p to send you another text to say it's nearly at an end, despite the app telling you this already. So that, and you can't opt out of it. It is
you sure you're on the
automatically
right app here?
very sure.
There's some man tell you this in the alleyway. Come in here.
I mean, the sign was hidden underneath the big board, so I may have looked at the wrong one. But no, why can't you opt out of that? And why are they charging me 15p to send me a text when the app tells you? I reckon Doug's planted it. You've planted it, haven't you? Well, I know that now.
Or just do what the rest of us did, rock up after 6 o'clock and don't get charged for
Well,
it.
some of us arrive on time, Daniel.
Well, I arrived at exactly the time I said I was going to get here.
You're not Gandalf. Do you have a love spuds?
I don't this week. As bad as it is, I don't have a love spuds. As much of a stressful situation this has been putting this on, this has been all right. But I don't have a love spuds this week. It's the first one in about 4.
Wait, hang on a minute. Usually it's him who doesn't have a love spud.
I know.
This has changed.
Do you know why it is?
I don't like
because this is normally his seat.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes, let's blame the seat.
Yeah.
We'll blame
I'm
the
going
seat.
with the seat.
Then I'm usually here.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Do you have a love spuds?
Yeah.
Did you get your computer fixed? That's the big
I
one.
got my computer fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got another one, but they sent me some parts which didn't make any sense. I lost about £2,000 this morning on an order.
How big's your sofa?
Oh, it wasn't that. No, so I sold some solar powered power banks, and I tested them. All of these were tested, but they didn't work. They didn't work. They wanted a refund this morning. Huh?
Wasn't it cloudy this morning?
Very cloudy this morning. But no, I was so pissed off. So I sold them about 4 weeks ago, and this company's a solar power company as well, which doesn't help. And they called me up this morning saying not a single one's actually working. And I was like, it's got to be working. So I had samples from the batch, and I tested all the samples from the batch, and not a single one worked, which basically means they were right. So there's 50 solar power banks, which I had to refund this morning. So I made Jack Dilly squat on those. So that's my love spud. It's okay, they will buy some more. So it's a love spud / love plum.
So the Back and Forth branded solar packs that we booked, should we cancel those, yeah?
Oh, you didn't buy them from me. That's nothing to do with me.
Okay, we're in the clear.
So yeah, that's my love spud. But off
Love
the
plums.
back, huh?
Love plums.
Yeah, but it actually I got a bigger order off it because they ended up having to buy some more expensive ones.
Exactly.
So
Love plums.
yeah, love plum.
Well done.
Ah,
I like how you
spuddy
turned
plum.
that round.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, well done.
I sold my soul to the devil a little bit there, but had to be done.
Excellent.
Yeah. You sure you got nothing? You got a plum?
Mate, I've got nothing, honestly.
Yeah, must have a
I've
plum.
racked my brains on the way over. Didn't take
Really?
very long.
He's got no spuds left.
That's why I was late.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I was late.
So you sit outside thinking, what the fuck happened today?
But no, I've got nothing this week. Nothing I can air on here anyway that might not get us cancelled.
That's usually what I do.
Yeah. But I think that brings us to a nice finish, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Was your piss all right?
My piss was great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Coggy,
so-
take tips, mate. That took 4 minutes, and I was not stressed in any kind of way.
I think that wraps us up.
It does.
Our first live podcast was, yeah. I mean, it's better than being on that stage in there because I would have shit my pants
Yeah,
if we were in there
it's quite
tonight.
big in there. It's quite echoey
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, echoey, big cave. Nah, Dan's out.
These guys would look like ants out there.
Yeah. I want to see them.
We can see them.
We'd have to
now.
have those glasses that they wear from watching the opera. Just a few things. We mentioned, obviously, the challenge coins coming out. We are at Pistons and Rings in Daventry on Friday for an event there they're putting on for Mental Health Awareness Day. So if you're free, come over and join. That's free. We're not going to charge you. They're not going to charge you. Pizza and beer and cars. We'll be at rugby on Saturday because we have just sponsored a player at Cov Rugby for the next season. So we could definitely do it officially now because the picture's gone on the website. And I've got a thank you to put in because we've done really well these last couple of weeks. We've been really generously supported by a lot of people. A lots of people doing just givings and things, but we had a donation yesterday. I've got to put a shout out because they're going to listen to the podcast. Got to get the numbers up. To the Orchard House people over in Rugby who had a bake sale this week. Didn't invite us for the cakes, but they had a bake sale and raised £110 for us. So thank you for that. Yes, very much.
Very nice.
And then John spent it when we went shopping yesterday.
It's always John.
But yeah, that's the end of it. Thank you all for coming. Hope we're on
There's
board.
one more
Yeah.
thing here.
Oh, on.
It's October, so that means one thing.
Christmas.
Exactly, Christmas. We have a lot of things in the works, so please keep your eyes and ears peeled because we've got a few more ideas this year that we didn't do last year that I think are going to be wicked. So keep watching.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I suppose he's included. It is Christmas, but anyway. But no, think Christmas because we've got something big. Not really. It's not big.
He's
I just
promising.
wanna
That's what she said.
I'm trying to keep you hooked.
Right, thank you all. We're going to fuck off now because we're going to bore you too much. Thank you for coming.
Cheers, guys.
To keep listening to the podcast, and we'll see you next year in that big stage.
And we'll see you
Next
Thursday.
Yeah.
Hey! Let's turn these off.